G'day there, welcome back to the race side. It is good to see you again for another pre-show where we get excited for tonight's Bad Batch episode 5, The Return, which is going to be really exciting. I can feel it. I mean, with a title like that, you can't get excited. You can't not get excited, I should say. We're going to have a good time chatting about what we think could be going down in this episode. Talking all things theories and predictions, and I can't wait to see what you guys get right and what we can call that's going to happen in this episode. I am so thrilled to be here, and I'm even more thrilled that you are here with me. Before we go any further to any of the discussion, who is in the chat today? It's roll call time. We got Lightning Magpie's back. Hey, how you doing? Master DB and CG are here. That rhymes. Ben's here. Double check the date night. On this, to make sure it was not a day early. Good. That would have been dicey. I mean, race squad or date night. I don't know. I'm glad I'm actually early for once. I'm so glad you're here, Ben. It's so exciting. Marcus is back. I know. I was loving the dinner chat before we got started today. Everyone's having pasta, some sort of pasta today. I love that. I love that. Sinister, Jedi Knight Sinister in the chat as well. Lock as spoils in attack position. I love it. Hey Trent, how you doing? Looking good. Jason's here. Billy's back for more. Rose is here. Sykes for tonight. And Jennifer Snow. And there's Master Julie coming in as well. How are we doing? How are we doing, chat? I'm so excited for this episode. I have been so loving the trajectory of the Bad Batch so far. I think we're ramping up to a really interesting season. One thing that I think a few people brought up. Let me just crank that music down a little bit if it's a bit too loud. One thing a few people brought up in the discussion from last week's episode, and we also just touched on this in the Masters chat as well, is that it's very early on for a lot of these big, what we thought were going to be massive plot points to be resolved. Crosshair and Omega are out of prison, out of Mount Tantus, and they've already reunited with Hunter and Wrecker. So it begs the question, what is going to happen next? Because I thought we were going to spend all season answering those two things, but they have been answered by the 4th episode. So what is to come? What is happening? I can't wait to have more discussion about it today. It's going to be a good time. Going to be a great time. Ben says, so excited for the new episode. The best part about the season so far is week to week. I'm not thinking to myself, I hope it's good. I'm actually just flat out excited. I know. And I think that's something that, has been a little up and down with Star Wars, lots of discussions and people not liking and liking things. But it's been really refreshing to actually just... is this show the be-all end all of Star Wars? No, and I think that actually helps everyone maybe enjoy this show a little more, but it does for me anyway. I think, the Bad Batch is just a fun batch of, pun intended, batch of stories and adventures and missions, so that it's so much more easy to just enjoy it when it's, not hinging on changing the galaxies, and I've really, really enjoyed it. And I totally agree. Just flat out excited. I love it, Ben. I love the energy. I love it. More, what have you got? I'm excited too, says Morley. I hope the rumor is true that we'll get to see the return of Ventress. I mean, we got to get into that question, and I posed it this week on the YouTube channel on the community tab. This week's episode being titled "The Return," and I mean we can answer that question today, right now. Who's returning? What's returning? Sometimes we get the question mixed up, and they kind of curveball us, and it's not as a direct answer. So maybe it's a planet return, or maybe it's a certain ship we see return. It might not be just a character. So it's going to be really exciting. Or it could be the Bad Batch returning to somewhere we have been. Maybe we've returned to Pabu. Maybe we return to Ord Mantell. Maybe we return. You know what I mean? There's so many ways that we could perceive the word return. Returning to what? It's going to be good. I can't wait. The Reaver Pop? No, the Reaver Pop is downstairs. Who have I got here? I've got so many pops. I said downstairs. It's not really downstairs. I meant down. There's storage down here. There's no stairs down here. But I've got Tech and Crosshair up there at the back there. Hope everyone in the chat had a great week so far. You bet Jar Jar Binks returns. That'll be a great return. That'd be a great reason to call this episode Return. I would love that. I would love that. Great to see you too, Brian. Can't wait to hear everyone's predictions. That's yeah, true. True. Hemlock, Exegol. But we haven't technically been to Exegol yet, chronologically. So would that be a return? I don't know. But that would be a fantastic return. Misa back. I love it. We could be returning to Ryloth, says Gaffy. I think that was where the reunion happened at the end of episode 4. Pretty sure that's where they met Gobi and Hera. Yes, I think that was actually confirmed. I don't know if that was the official Star Wars site or if it was just some fan site, but I did notice that. Yes, so where they met in the previous episode, which is where Omega and Crosshair met up with Hunter and Wrecker, was the same moon. Is it a moon or I don't know what it is. Moon above Ryloth, where, Gaffy's so right here, where they met Gobi and Hera in the first season, sorry, I'm corrected. First season. It's the same place. So that's what I mean. It might not be a return of a character. Maybe we're returning back to Ryloth. See what's going on there. I mean, there's no real reason. I can see why they go to Ryloth, maybe just to like figure something out or like make a base there or something. But that definitely could be a sufficient return. I would class that as a return. I need to chill one tonight. Past few days have been wild. Yeah, I vibe that. Jason coming in and saying, I don't know if interest is this week. I think they are returning to Pabu, yeah. I saw some clips, not sure if it was a season promo, but Pabu had Imperial ships over it. I think I've seen that somewhere. I think that's from one of the trailers that came out. So that's going to be interesting. But see what I mean? I like this thinking. Could be Pabu. That would make sense. Are we returning to Pabu tonight? Maybe that is the return. Hey, Lightning. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, champ? You good? The Juggernaut scene in previews looks like Ryloth. So maybe we're returning to the surface of Ryloth. Can we see Hera again? I would love to see little young Hera. She was so fun to see in season 1. It'd be really cool to just revisit her and see what she's up to, as well as Gobi in this season as well. I'd love that. Oh, is this that beer meme? What the hell is that? Can someone please explain that to me? What the hell is this beer meme going on? Is that... I don't even know how to say it. Is that crystal beer thing? What the hell is that? I'm so confused. It just like popped up on my feed, and I was like, "The hell? Why is everyone going nuts over this?" So I don't know. So good. Hey Marcel, how you doing? Really excited for tomorrow's episode. I've wrote down a couple of predictions for next episode. Oh boy, can we hear one of them? No way to make it sound juicy. We want to know. What are your predictions? What do you think will happen? The next 2-week partner is infiltration and extraction. Maybe getting Fee out. Ooh. So so I know there's a mid-season 2-parter at some point. Last season, that was episode 8 and 9, if I'm not mistaken. Next week would be episode 6. And is that next week, is it, Jason? So that would be episode 6 and 7. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, maybe infiltration extraction. That's definitely sounded like we're going to get something, probably someone. So interesting. We'll get to see who that is. I think the clarification of that will come this episode, I reckon. At a minimum, the episode is probably going to leave us heading towards some good stuff, because next week is a 2-parter. Okay, it is a 2-parter. Why are they doing that so early? Interesting. Who are we getting? What are we getting in next week then? Lisa is dropping in the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. How's life? I hope you are chugging along very well, my friend. So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to end Bad Batch episode. Yeah. You betcha. Since Amiga has aged a bit, we might see Hera design update 2. Yeah. Maybe just a bit longer. The Leku. Actually, with the Twi'leks, you know when like certain species have head tails, are they all called Leku, or is it just Ahsoka's? Or not Ahsoka's, Togrutas that are called Leku? Or Twi'leks have, like, do you call them Leku for Twi'leks? Someone correct me on that. I don't know. So is it? I don't know. You're telling. Jason said it was. You said it was. Maybe probably is. My main theory is the only one getting out of this season alive is Omega. Oh goodness, was this a discussion in the Masters chat this week of who's escaping this show? Who's surviving this show? It's a great question, Magpie. Is Omega going to be the only one? Is she going to be the one to not be the one to continue? Is everyone else going to die? Is everyone but Omega going to die? Is everyone together going to die? Is no one at all going to die? It's so, like, there's literally plausible answers for each one of those theories. I'm still so unsure myself. I don't think, yeah, he's a yeah. Oh, they're both Laku? Yeah, so they are both Laku. Okay. Oh, that's where I'm getting myself confused. Togrutas also have Montrals. Oh, those are the ones that go up. That's where it goes up, right? But if it goes down, it's Laku. I gotta get my alien anatomy right. Was just popping in to say hi. Should be around tomorrow. Oh, amazing, Indy. Appreciate you. I'm glad you popped in to share that random crystal beer meme. Love it. Thank you. It's so good. So good. I think Omega is going to have to be the one to leave with Rex while Bad Batch sacrifice themselves. I can see that happening because obviously Rex is alive and as well as Gregor and Wolfie Boy. But, you know, we got no indication that the rest of the Bad Batch are alive. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it pans out at the end and someone's got to sacrifice somewhere. That's just kind of the energy and the vein of Bad Batch, especially tech sacrifice. And that is the bond that all of them have. They all would, I think, die for one another, literally. So yeah, it's going to be interesting how who takes that stick and baton and goes forth with that in the season. I totally agree. I think they just have that. They just have that fight in them, that loyalty in them. Absolutely. Thinking more about it, I don't think Disney is going to kill off a female kid teen character. I've had a few people say this. I wouldn't put it past them, honestly. I do think one of my favorite going theories is Omega has to sacrifice. I would actually enjoy to see her sacrifice herself at the end of the season because this is how it's going to go. Ready? I got to drop the music down for this theory. This is how it's going to go. Omega, we know Omega's blood is compatible with midichlorians, right? The Empire wants that. Palpatine wants someone's blood that is compatible with midichlorians, and Hemlock has found that in Omega. And that is going to be something that Omega finds out about, and she gets that information. She understands that her blood and her DNA is what the Empire is after. And there'll be the big fight, the big chase, the big everything to chase her down, hunt her down, to get Omega back to the Empire for that reason. Omega will understand that's why, and she will sacrifice herself so the Empire doesn't have her DNA, have her blood in their hands. I think that might be the reason. That might be where we go, but we'll see. We will see. We have a cranking 118 people in the chat right now, watching live. Make sure you drop a like if you're coming on in. Welcome to the race side. If you just popping in, it's good to see ya. What are your thoughts for this upcoming episode? Master Saj dropping in. This is the Ray. Good to see you, Saji boy. I hope you're doing well. Lisa says, I do feel like they have been emphasizing how she has had to learn her main objective and learn to survive without the help of them for a while. They have, harped on about that for really hard in the past few episodes, which I've actually enjoyed. Bring this new level of maturity to Omega, I think, has made me really enjoy the character a lot more. I've really thoroughly enjoyed her in this season. Not that I necessarily disliked her in any of the seasons. I thought she was a critical element in this group and the dynamic of everything. But I've just enjoyed this. There's just a bit of an upping of her approach and seriousness to everything. So I've really enjoyed that. I totally agree. I think there's a reason for that too. There's going to be some sort of explanation of why they've just honed in on her character here. Marcella says, I want to know when Rex is going to appear in this season because I want to see Echo with him in the Clone Rebellion. Well, going back to episode 2, which is not that long ago in the Star Wars timeline, they only said Rex and Echo were not clicks, they were just 2 rotations from meeting up with them. So I'm assuming that's 2 days of time, which feels about now. So, I mean, for all we know, Rex could show up tonight. I feel like Rex and Echo could show up tonight. Or at least, come on, at the latest by next week, surely. Don't get me wrong, I would be opposed to it, happening in a good, to the story way. But like I said about the blood thing, clearly they don't have it by The Mandalorian and or the sequel trilogy. Exactly, they don't have it. And if Omega's the one that's blood is working, they don't have that for long. So why didn't they ever get it? Did she just permanently run away? Did she just did they just give up and try and find her? We'll see. We will see. Tyler coming in from New Zealand. Thank you so much for tuning in. I got a few New Zealand watchers. Star Wars Sublight usually tunes in, so it's good to see some more Kiwis dropping in the chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Paul coming in says, if Amiga does survive, I would love to see her make the jump into a live action project someday. I've seen some hot and cold takes on this. Some people really want that, some people don't want that. My question is, if that was to happen, who's that casting? Who do we do it with? Who's playing old adult Amiga? That's my question. Sinister Small coming in saying, I could see this as possibly they use Amiga's blood and are able to create Palpatine's son, who later becomes Rey's father. I could be wrong, but makes sense to me. You know what? We have been going on this train wavelength of a thought that somehow Amiga is Rey's mum, Rey's grandma or grandmother, and that would, you know what? That's kind of lighting up. This joke is turning into a serious prediction now, so I love it. Let's run with it. Let's run with it, Sinister. So good. I just realized as Crosshair, no, Tech is dead and Echo is with Rex. Great question. I think he doesn't. A few people in the Masters at least think he does know. I don't think he does. But you know what this calls for? I think it's time for a poll. Chat. Let's get it in. Do you think Crosshair knows? Does Crosshair know Tech is dead? Yes or no? Get it in the poll. Let's see what we think. If she survives, when does she appear in live action, and how old will she be? And who be the fan casting? Yeah, who are we casting as that? That's my biggest question. We have 166 people in the show right now. Appreciate you dropping by. I hope you're enjoying the race side. Let me know your predictions for episode 5 of The Bad Batch. Let's hear it. Lightning dropping in. Can't stay, but hope everyone enjoys the episode. Excited to discuss with you all tomorrow. If you didn't know, make sure you drop by tomorrow, where we have our live discussion on Whiteboard, brainstorm about everything that happens in the episode tonight. So make sure you're here tomorrow for that. I'm missing so many comments right now. Let me catch up. My goodness. I want to see the conversation between Crosshair, Hunter, and Wrecker immediately. I hope they open the episode with it, to be honest. I don't want them to leave us hanging any longer, and I can't wait for them to meet Batcher. It's going to be really funny. I think Batcher's got to be the one to kind of break the ice in this situation. 100%. Yeah. Eppo's from New Zealand. Gaffy saying, might be interesting for Echo to have more beef with Crosshair, but could be interesting for Echo to show Crosshair more grace than he got after he was rescued and people were questioning him. I think there's going to be such an interesting interplay of these characters. I mean, we saw it for that split second at the end of last episode, the tension that's there. It's not just, hey, Crosshair, you're back. Come on in, brother. Like, we love you. It's not that immediately. Even Wrecker, the bumbling bozo idiot Wrecker, is hesitant. He is tense. He's not happy. He's very expressive that he's not too impressed that Crosshair is there. So it's just an interesting interplay of these characters and how they are going to react to each other. It's going to be fantastic to see. And I really do hope they open this episode pretty much where we were last week and just continue these scenes going. Remember, the Grogu captured post-Jedi, so something happens with Amiga between now and then, or she just disappeared. Yeah, I think we will at least know how to answer that. You know, if she is still alive by the end of the season, I think we're going to have... Then we open that conversation of, is she going to show up somewhere else? Is there going to be some other content about Amiga, and where will that take place? And what would that look like? DB, Master DB coming in, gifting 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, DB, for sharing that race. I'd love, appreciate you. Thank you for coming in and sharing the love. Really, that's really all it is about. So I appreciate it. Oh no. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll stay on long enough for Sith Daddy to come on in. Thank you, Julie, for the update. CG coming in with a massive $50 reduce. Thank you so much. Oh my God, 50. CG, you're far too generous. It's too nice. Stop it. It's too nice. Too far. Things are so fast due to this being the final season. They have to fit a lot into limited episodes. This episode will likely start with a short reunion to finish up elsewhere, and they'll be running fast. Rex, Ventress, and more. Hashtag tech lives. I disagree with you. And hashtag poor Carl. Rest in peace, Carl. If you didn't know, we've lovingly named the trooper from last week's episode, who got blasted off like Team Rocket in the boosters of the ship of last episode. We're all Team Carl here, actually. Poor Carl. I appreciate that. But Tech's dead. I don't think he's alive. But you got a good point here, CG. I think there's a lot of story points and there's a lot of characters still to come. Like, we haven't gotten any of the cameos yet or anyone show up that we know are going to show up. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this plays out. But to be honest, they've had a lot happen in 4 episodes, so I'm kind of confident that it won't feel rushed. I kind of know what you mean, where it's like, okay, we've got stuff to do in this episode. But I don't think it will feel rushed, which is really exciting to... Yeah, I feel confident that they're going to tell it well in these episodes. But my God, thank you so much for the $50 dues. I appreciate it so much. It keeps everything running here. The lights on and the screen, the camera rolling. So I appreciate you. That means so much, man. I really do. Thank you so much. CG coming in. New members, I know they're coming in hot. Dirty Hawk's coming in saying, I'm sure Amiga told him. I am well behind the comments. I just realized that. But let's look at the poll before we go any further. Make sure you get your votes in. 32 votes. Does Crosshair know Tech is dead? 66% of you, the key number, are saying no. Crosshair doesn't know he is dead. Let's get those votes in. I want to know what you're thinking. Does Crosshair know? We shall find out. Hey, Subby coming in. I was just chatting about you earlier, so I'm glad you're here. That was great. We had a new New Zealand guy coming in, so I was like, I know another one. There you go. So good. I think the cast member from Amiga would be... Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I like this this Taylor Swift like Bad Batch reel or like clip I posted on social media over the past week. I've had so many people say that I should play live action Amiga, which is really funny because I know to Americans we sound the same, but Sublight would know, and the other New Zealand guy that was in here before, Tyler, I think that was your name, you would know. Australians and New Zealanders sound nothing alike, so I appreciate the compliment. But I actually technically sound nothing like her, which is hilarious. Super, super funny. Crosshair will board the ship and see the goggles. That's how he'll realize. I'm on that camp. I think that's going to be how it happens. Cheers, Rayside and Chad. Looking forward to tonight's episode. Big divide between them, showing through visual storytelling. Can we appreciate the visuals of this season? Speaking of visual, Sabersmith. Oh my God, this is one of the most beautiful seasons of Star Wars animation. It's up there with Clone Wars Season 7 for me. There's just this shot, one of the final shots of last week where Crosshair and Amiga were like coming out of hyperspace and like arriving at that moon that moon that they met on was incredible. That was stunning. The sound design, the visual design, amazing. It's so good. It is so, so good. Tech coming in, saying, I feel like Amiga told Crosshair already because they were stuck on Tantus for months. And from what we saw in this episode, Amiga talked to Crosshair in his cell. I can't imagine she wouldn't say something. That's a good point. And I hope if that is the case, which you've actually got a very fair point here, Tech Simp, I think if she was to have told him, I would have loved to see that scene. I think that would have been a really heavy scene, really. I think Crosshair, because Crosshair has this weird thing where he still has the tension with the Bad Batch, but it's Tech, it's his brother. It's probably one of the closest ones. He was, he probably got on best with Tech. I'm going to just make a guess there. So that would be devastating if we hadn't seen this episode, actually. I like that scene, that moment. I would love to see that moment. Oh, I love it. I agree, says Gaffy. Would have been weird for her not to tell him. I hope, can we get that flashback, please? Can we rewind. Roll the tape. I want to see it. I want to see it. Jedi Serena coming in with a $5 readers. Almost done with Dark Disciple. Hope tonight's episode is really good. I wonder if they go back to Braca, Cal would be there in the first season of The Bad Batch. 100%. First part, Dark Disciple, great book. I only picked it up because of all the discussion around the trailer in this season. I'm so surprised I hadn't read it earlier because it was fantastic. My goodness, was it good. It was so good. I loved the read. If you like Ventress, if you like Jedi and Sith, if you like Clone Wars, it's just the ultimate book. It's so good. How good is it, Serena? Serena would know. The ending's pretty epic as well. I won't spoil it, but it's pretty epic. And, you know, it's another great question. We saw Braca in season 1. A part of me, I'm like, there's got to be some sort of nod to Fallen Order or Cal here somewhere. But it's not quite the time because Fallen Order is like 4 years. Fallen Order is 4 years after Order 66. And to be honest, we're probably only about 2-3 years post Order 66 now. So maybe, I mean, Cal could show up in Bad Batch now that I think about it, actually. He could, if anything, show up in this season if they go back to Braca now, maybe. But that's good thinking. I love it, Serena. Thank you so much for the $5 reduce. Honestly, put on a blonde wig and I can see it. Thank you. Thank you. Julie coming in saying, I don't think Amiga told him anything. She knew she had to keep him focused to get out. That's true. Maybe there's some reasoning, and maybe we find that out. There's some reasoning to why she hadn't told him yet. That would be fascinating. 40 votes coming in this poll. Does Crosshair know Tech is dead? 68%. Still a high percentage of you saying no. He doesn't know. I know. yeah, something could do it. Something could do it. Oh, I found Carl getting busted to be visually stunning. It was a great scene. This is kind of wild, having 253 of you in the live right now. Drop a like and a comment if you're watching along for the very first time. If you've never watched along here, let us know in the chat. Put a number 1 in the chat if this is the very first The Rayside stream you are catching. We are so glad you're here and joining us. I appreciate you being here. I would have had Crosshair take off right after the hug Amiga had. Imagine emotional swell. Amiga runs out. He's like hugging Wrecker. Everyone's crying. And Crosshair just takes off. How funny would have that been? That is so good. I love that. Hyped for tonight's episode, says Alec. We are too. We are so excited, I should say. I'm loving the animation for the Bad Batch. Dave is really good. Well, give the credit to Jennifer Corbett and Brad Rao. They're the executive producers, executive gods of this show, essentially. Dave, apart from, I think, writing the premiere of season 1, he's just an executive producer along with Jennifer, Brad, and Carrie Beck. So he is just one of the few. It really is all to do with Jennifer and Brad. They are the geniuses kind of piloting the rest of Bad Batch. I want Wrecker and Batch to be besties. They have like the same energy, right? They're like the same beings. They're the same entities for sure. Hey, Terry Ride in the chat. Good to see ya. Sag, come on, brother. It's so good. So good. Welcome to those of you it's your first time. See, we got you, Sag. It's not your first time. We know you. CG, celebrating 9 months of being a part of the race squad. You make a great Amiga. Add a blonde wig and some other touches, you'd make a perfect youngish Amiga. I also think she might have told Crosshair, but we might have forgotten. However, I can see him not knowing either. Yeah, I'm really on the train, the ferry, I don't know, that Crosshair doesn't know. I'm really on that side of the camp. I think he doesn't know, and I think we're going to see that unfold. I hope to. But yeah, thank you. I do get that a lot. Could be we got to, like, for the finale at least, I got to get a blonde wig. I got to try it at least. I got to try and be Amiga if we're going to say yes or no to this thing, surely. Jedi Serena coming in with a $5 reduce. It's a fantastic book. Finishing tonight, Cal's Vector with Jara Tapor was over Braca. When Order 66 happens, he hid on Braca joining the Scrap Guild. Oh, so he was there the whole time? Oh, get pranked. He could so be there if we go back to Braca. I mean, again, it would have been great to see him in season 1, but if we go back there, let's see him. Come on, let's do it. That is really cool. I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. Thank you so much, Serena, for another $5 reduce. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Loving the Bad Batch so far. Are you, Brady? I'm so glad. I am too. That's kind of sounded like I was critical of that. We are too. I think it's not like perfection. It's not like I'm giving them 10 out of 10s every week, but it just feels right. Everything's feeling right. The pacing, the characters, the writing, the direction, everything's feeling right, if you get what I mean. If people are agreeing with me here, it just feels like we're going in the right place. And that's what I'm enjoying of this season. It's been really, really fun to have that feeling in Star Wars again, I think. She didn't tell him because she doesn't believe he's dead. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe she thinks that he's elsewhere. And she's kind of in denial about death. Oh, that's deep. That would be a great, like, little storytelling thing that they do throughout this. So that would be really cool. I love that. I love that thought. My mom ordered a Bad Batch shirt for me. I'm so excited. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I know. I need to up my Bad Batch merch. 100%. I mean, you did Thrawn. I feel like Amigo would be an easy one for you. That's true. If I can do Thrawn, I can do anything. Really, that's my life motto. Actually, that kind of sounds suggestive if I do. Well, yeah, okay. Well, yeah. For me, if I can just get to a solid 8.5 for each episode this season, I will be happy. I think it's also the consistency. You know what I mean? I feel like the first 4 episodes have been pretty consistent. And I totally agree. I think an 8, like a consistent 8 or above, just like that's a perfect show, really. Brian says just a 9.5. Gee, almost just short of perfection for Brian. I love it. I think it averages 8.5 to 9 out of 10 so far, says Chameleon. Star Wars animation has come a long way from 2008 to till today. It is amazing. I totally agree. CG saying, much as I like to see Cal, I just don't see it happening due to him being a video game character. Star Wars, yes, but not buying it. Yeah. So they get a little funny with who's jumping where for what. So you've got validity. I think I'm just saying it as like a fan point of view. I'm like, oh, I would actually really enjoy to see Cal on something. But I mean, half because Cal Monahan, that's hilarious. Cam Monahan is actually just a really good actor. But I kind of agree with your point, actually. Even though I'm like, I would love to see him, I agree with what you're saying here. Jenna Ortega or Maisie Williams with a blonde wig could be Omega. Yeah. But if you're busy, yeah, true. 100%. 100%. This season, more than one or two is bridging the gap aesthetically from prequels to Clone Wars to the original trilogy. Way more than Solo, in line with or better than Andor. Yeah, you know what I think this show's doing is that we have those bridging pieces of content between the prequels, Revenge of the Sith, to A New Hope. We've had Rogue One, we've had Solo. I totally forget about Solo all the time. We've had Rogue One, we've had Solo, we've had Andor now. But it's like we have the same thing. Like, that's the live action, but we have the same system going on with animation, in my opinion. We've had Clone Wars. And then we've had Star Wars Rebels to original trilogy. And I feel like the Bad Batch is becoming this show that is bridging Clone Wars to Rebels. Because if we think back to season 1 premiere of Bad Batch, it was like exactly, it felt, oh my God, we're doing the bloody screen things again. How does it happen? How do we do that? Hey, there we go. You know, it felt so Clone Wars. It was just so season 7 of Clone Wars. But then if we take last week's episode, I mean, if you were in any of the discussions, you would know I was saying this. I just kept saying, oh, this just feels just like Rebels. This is just like Rebels. This is an episode of Rebels, I swear. Visually, and I think even just pacing-wise, it felt like we were going that way. So yeah, it's an interesting thought of how it's bridging all these pieces of media and eras, I guess. Favorite character from every Star Wars movie? Oh, jeez. Okay, let me try and do this quickly. Crikey on a stick. Phantom Menace is probably Qui-Gon. Attack of the Clones is probably Padme. Revenge has got to be Anakin. New Hope has got to be Leia. Empire has got to be... I love Vader in that one, actually. Return has to be Luke. Force Ray, Last Jedi. Poe's pretty good in Last Jedi, actually. Rise of Skywalker is... Who's my favorite character in Rise of Skywalker? Probably Ray again. I don't know. Does that make sense? Oh, I love it. That'll do for an answer for that question. That was a good one. 5 Poundaroos coming in from Burchurch. Who do you think will be more forgiving to Crosshair out of Hunter and Wrecker? I feel like it's got to be Wrecker. I feel like Wrecker will kind of tussle with the idea of forgiving Crosshair, but then eventually do it quite quickly, like within an episode. Where I feel like they might have a bit of tension between Hunter and Crosshair for a little while, like even a few episodes, kind of thing. They'll have this going on, for a little while. So I can see that taking a little longer. Thank you so much for the $5 dues. Appreciate it. Wrecker agreeing with that CG 100%. Rose coming in saying Bad Batch has turned into my fave Star Wars TV show lately, and that saying a lot because I love Rebels, love Clone Wars and Ahsoka, and I've gotten so attached to these characters. The story is amazing. It's crept up on me too as well, Rose. I totally agree with you. I don't know if it's my favorite because I agree. I think Clone Wars pretty clears it easily for me, and I loved Ahsoka. But Bad Batch has just crept up on how much I've enjoyed this show being here. And I think it's because it's kind of been of a shadow-based thing. Season 2 kind of... Mando 3 was coming out. And then Season 1, we had a lot happening like that same year as well. But it's crept up on me. And I really was last week's episode that it came to my realization that I really love these characters. And I really love this show. So it's good and bad. It's good because it's how good is it to enjoy Star Wars, but also bad because it's ending. And this show is ending so soon. The Bad Batch is a show created as a fun little adventure that is now geared to help make more sense to the sequels in this season, sealing that. Yeah, I think I said this at the start, a similar thing of it's just missions and adventure and clones, and that's the meat and potatoes of Clone Wars, and that's one of my favorite elements of Clone Wars. So I think tying in with what I just said to the previous comment as well is that has been one of the best thing to enjoy about this show is actually just it's not gonna make or break the galaxy, but it's just a fun adventure show to enjoy. I think that has alleviated a lot of the pressure 100%. Still want Hunter to punch Crosshair. Give me that angst. Oh, I love it. Yeah, just like a clean smack across the face. Yeah, let's do it. Sure. Yeah, so unhinged. Oh, it's so good. Since Star Wars Disney Plus shows are coming to physical, do you think that the Bad Batch, they will do all 3 seasons separate together? If they do it at all, I don't know if they'll do it for Bad Batch, honestly, but if they do it, they'll do it as like a collection, I think. You know what? That would be pretty neat. I would probably pick that up. So I hope they do that now that you've suggested that. Now that's in my brain. Like, that has to happen now. I really can't wait for Echo to come back and see how much has changed. Yeah, I think he'll be pretty shocked. I don't know if it's hinted at all, if Echo and Rex... I mean, they seem in very casual conversation of like, oh yeah, they'll meet up with us in 2 days. That seems very casual, so I'm assuming they might have seen each other. But yeah, obviously not Omega and definitely not Crosshair as well. So it's going to be very interesting. I know. Don't even bring it up, Jason. I might cry on live camera because, yeah, they called it the complete series and I wanted to punch a wall. So that's my reaction to that. My critical analysis of that. Hey, Numa, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Good to see ya. The downside of the Bad Batch is if you've not watched any Clone Wars or Clone Wars final season, you'll likely have no idea what's going on. I mean... all you really need to know, I feel like you could piece it together if you've just seen prequels. If you know that there's clones and you know that Order 66 happened, I think you could piece it together. I think they do. Definitely that season 1 premiere. You piece it together. I mean, you would know Kamino. You would know what Kamino is and that's where they make clones. You might be a little hazy on why these clones are different and how they're different. But that's like the only thing. I think you could actually piece it together, honestly, just from watching the prequels. That is what I think. Bad Batch has more camaraderie than anything else Star Wars has done for so long, in my opinion, which helps me like it. Yes, the brotherhood of it all, really, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Nera means brother. It's a great quote, isn't it? Isn't that a classic? Isn't that a classic? My wallet is going to be so empty with these still books. I swear the covers are so dang neat. I know, just the art on them is fantastic. So cool. Rose coming in, and actually I think the Bad Batch and Omega's trajectory will completely impact the fate of the galaxy. Well, in a sense, I don't know. Unpack that for us, Rose. What do you mean by that? Because I think Omega's... Well, here's the thing. Omega isn't referenced or to that of our knowledge useful to Palpatine, Snoke, the cloning of the sequels. So that's kind of my overall statement of, well, this hasn't impacted where we get to in the end. So, not to say that it's not necessary or anything, but yeah. That's, yeah, expand on that. Interesting. Bad Batch is more standalone-ish than, say, Rebels. Yeah, almost. I think there's less big names coming in, I guess, to Bad Batch. I mean, Clone Wars fans, we know what's happening. But yeah, definitely less than Rebels. Many of the plot lines and characters are directly tied to Clone Wars. Yeah, but you could still figure it out. Like, you'll probably be confused on who Rex is. You'll be like, why is everyone freaking out that this hooded guy is here? It's just another clone. But, like, the storyline, you'd get it. It's not like you would be like, where are they running? Like, they explain that well, I think. Yeah. The legacy of the Bad Batch will tie to the sequels. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think like this plot line of, like, Palp is up to something, we just got to figure it out. Like, that plot line is key, and that is leading to it. I'm not saying it's leading to nowhere, but it's like the characters aren't in the movie. That's literally what I'm getting at. Is like, oh, they're not in the movies, basically. So it's not end of the world. Not end of the world. You know what, gang? I gotta hang on. Let me grab my phone for 1 second. Stay right here. I gotta show you this whole show, gang. Let me show you. Let me take a photo of this. I think my StreamYard is glitching out a little bit, because when I go to YouTube, it says that there's 48 of us here, which is not, that's what I would expect. But on my StreamYard, that's a photo of my screen right now. It says there's 309. This whole show, I'm like, there are 300 people here? And then the whole time, I'm like, it doesn't feel like there's 300 people here. It feels like the normal people are talking today. Isn't that hilarious? It's still going up. It's like 311 right now. Isn't that hilarious? I know, but even on Twitter, like, I get like a few people. No, I wouldn't get nearly that many. I would get like 5 or 10 people on Twitter. So I don't know where that's coming in. I don't know. I've never seen that, so it's probably just a bit of a glitch, but that's hilarious. This whole time, because I was just like, is that insane? But then it sounded like we just all had our general, all you normal legends in here. So I was like, where is this? Oh, I love that. I love that. I don't know. That's what I mean. I'm like, if you're new, are you here? What are you doing? What are you doing back there? If there's like 300 of you, that's hilarious. Super funny. Anyway. CG coming in with $5 disagree, leave out Bad Batch and Omega. Very little, if anything, would change. Great characters, but not galaxy changing, like Luke or Vader. Yeah, it's kind of like two different things I think we're saying here. Like, does the Bad Batch testing impact Palpatine and cloning? Yes. Does it impact, like, the Skywalkers? No. So it's two different things. I tell you, I get what you're saying here. It's like it doesn't impact our main characters. I know what you're saying. Thank you so much for another $5 dues. Thank you so much for your generosity today, CG. I know. Where are the? Why am I? Apparently, there's 320 people. What is this? What am I? What are we on? What am I on? So funny. So funny. I love it. I love it. Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. I love it. I know. Is it the Swifties? I don't know. But yeah, that was super fun. I can't believe that reel went so viral. So funny. Keston, I'm here and new to the chat. Lol, maybe more of me out there. Is there? Is there more Kestons? But thank you so much for joining us, Keston. I hope you're enjoying the show. I couldn't even imagine trying to keep up with the stream. Well, yeah. It makes sense now. That's like, this feels like 50 of us. This feels like last week, right? So funny. So funny. 300. But M count, yeah, see, it's all the M count. It's my M count coming in. That's what's getting confused with. No, I don't know how to do that actually, to be honest. It's just getting to, yeah, just YouTube and Twitter. But anyway. Oh, thank you, Diaz. Appreciate that. You shared it on Next. Appreciate it. So cool. The question is, does Amiga play an essential role in the future outcome of Project Necromancer? I think her story and character is somehow tied to that, and her character and this discovery of her blood not degrading in the introduction of midichlorians is got to teach Palpatine, the scientist, Nalase, Hemlock something about it, and it pertains to something to do with that project. So it has something to do with it. Essential role in the future outcome of the project. I would say yes, in short. Does anyone think... Hey, Deanna, how you doing? Does anyone think the 3 new clones last episode should come back and maybe one of them falls for her? Oh, wait. No, not all. They're all brothers and sisters. Oh, my God. And helps get her back more likely after she gets kidnapped again. Just a thought, of course. I think we had this thought. Was it last week or the week before? Someone else thought this, and just then I was like, oh, that's actually so sweet. They're brothers. They're related. They can't. Oh my God, that's horrible. No, but I get what you were thinking. But no. Oh my God, they're related. How funny. Do you think the Bad Batch will die or live under the radar after the show? It's a good question. I think I've got a few theories. I have a few theories going on. I think Amiga might continue on after the show, and one of the Bad Batch, either... Oh, I don't know. I can see Rogue One, a bit of Rogue One situation happening to them, honestly. If I really think about it, I think that's got to be the first thing. I think that's got to be... My first prediction would be they all go, to be honest. It's an interesting question. Elvis coming in, new here, just subscribe to your channel. Love your comments about the Bad Batch. Where are you from? I'm from Australia. That's okay. We literally, this is like the 5th time I've done that, being like, oh, they would be so nice to you. And then being like, oh my God, they're literally related. Yeah, funny. It's so okay. It's so okay. We all do it. We all mistake it. It's like, you know, shipping Crosshair and Emery. It's just like, oh, you know, it's a classic. It's a classic. I'm not sure that the timeline, but is it possible Amiga and Grogu will ever meet? Yes. Well, Grogu's alive now. He's a baby. He was during Order 66. He's like around. And Amiga lives for however long after this. So it's pretend. I mean, they're alive at the same time. So we don't know. We don't know yet. Julie coming in. $5. Read my Discord message to you. If you lived in the galaxy, you would be for sure that person. I haven't even got Discord open today. Let me check. What's going down? What's going down? I'd be a senator in Coruscant. Comfortable with deliberate. Oh, deliberating, standing, meditating. Yes, you want to Star Wars life. Lived a life in Coruscant as a senator. You would think I'd be a senator? Cool, calm, and deliberating. I think I would like to think I am. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I would be too kooky to be a senator. But I like that. I like that theory though. What would be my Star Wars senatorial name though? Senator. It's got to be really fun. It's got to be not just Ray or Rayside. It's got to be like Senator, like Ray Ludi or something. I don't know, something fun. But I love that. Thank you so much, Julie. That's so nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe we should go into politics. I don't know. DV coming in with a $5 readers. Why is there a helmet with a blast shield you can't see out of on Han's ship? Is this a joke? Wait, is this like a? Am I meant to answer? Is this like a joke thing of like, oh, it's because of da da da? Is this a joke? I don't know. I don't know. But thank you for the $5 juice. So random. I love it. I love it. They should have stayed on Pabu or will return in the end. I hope they do. I hope they go back to Pabu, honestly. Oh my god. I would freaking be hitting Mon Mothma up. Are you kidding? Jeez. Mon Mothma's my whole past from Tilly. I would be in Mon Mothma's DMs, like no tomorrow, being like, hey, Mon Mothma, do you wanna chat? And do you wanna chat? I don't know. What do they Senator's plan? Do you want to talk bills and passing new legislation together? I would be in her DMs. Oh my god. 100%. I just thought of it. Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay, this is a genuine question. Why is there a helmet with a blast shield you can't see out of on Han's ship? Oh, in New Hope. Oh, did I was about to call him Alec, hilariously. Did Ben not bring it? Maybe he brought it onto the ship. Maybe it wasn't in Han's. I think that's actually a really good question. I feel like in my head Ben can be brought it on board. I don't know. It does sound like the start of a joke though. You gotta be like be real. It sounds like a joke for sure. Oh my mama. Oh yeah, 100%. Come on. It's so good. It is so good. Senator Raymadala. Oh, there it is. Chuchi. I feel like Chuchi would be my bestie. I feel like she would just be so real. Like, I would be kind of off the charts and like off the reins kind of half the time, but Chuchi would like keep me focused. We would be like besties, and then she would be my wing woman to try and hit me up with Mon Mothma. I am losing my mind, floating and debating. I would debate very well. I feel like I'd debate very well. I don't know. Hey Mothma, let's collab. Let's do it. Oh, so good. It's so good. It's so good. I'm cooking up some shirts right now on Photoshopping, working on Phantom Menace shirt for the 25th anniversary for 2 days now. Post in the Discord later. Maybe let me know what you all think. That'd be cool, Alex. We'd love to see it. Love to see some designs. Oh, that's okay. That's so fun. But new thought, what if the redhead from season 2 came back and fall for her? The redhead? Who's the redhead? Oh, Benny? Benny, the soup kid that was like on that planet and stole their ship? Benny? I don't know. I could almost see that actually, to be honest. Raytelia, that could work. Bet Mon Mothma wears the best and most expensive perfume ever and smells luscious. Oh, she would. She would smell like golden flowers in the springtime. She would smell so good. 100%. Masa Raider. That's hilarious. I love that one. Damn. So good. Yeah, the red hair. Is that Benny? I think you're thinking of the kid that stole the ship, right? That's Benny. I could see that. Central wardrobes are pretty fire. Honestly, I would wear the shit out of that. Yeah, 100%. I should just dress as a senator in general, really. That's really where we were going with this, 100%. Golden flowers in the springtime. I know, that's... Who doesn't want to smell like that? You know what, that's really sweet because maybe the reason I said that is because Tilly's perfume is called Sunflower. So maybe that's like connected. That's a golden flower in the springtime. Come on. This is really, I'm obsessed now. Blame Julie. Julie's got me on to this now. She would smell so good. Mon Mothma would smell so good. 100%. Anyway, Bad Batch. Where the hell were we with Bad Batch? Cloning. Omega can't date the clones. Their brothers. Pabu. What? Are the clone cadets gonna come back? What do we think, chat? What do we think? 100%. I did. I really did. I really went. I went. Woo! Hey, Robert, how you doing? Good to see you in the chat again. Hope you're well, friend. Out of all the bad batches, I love these questions tonight. We're going off the chains. Here we go. Best friend forever / lover. Like, is it like the same? Well, the same person, I guess. Echo forever. Period. I don't know. Hunter's kind of mysterious. I kind of like that. Kind of looks like a male Tilly. It's fine. I'm sure I'll be out of the way. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, what was that pavement joke? What was that pavement joke that we had the other? Was that last week? What was that? Someone went to try to say something, but they said pavement. What was that? Someone rehashed that joke for me. That was really funny. That was really funny. Padme, come on. Come on. I know. We've all been influenced by Sin City too much. What are we doing? It's because he's not here. We have to carry the weight of the dirty Star Wars conversations. Oh, hilarious. Who do you think has the best wardrobe? Padme Amidala or Mon Mothma? Yeah, I feel blasphemous to not say Padme because I think it might be Mon Mothma. I don't know. I mean, Padme has the more like fanciest, like it's the most like in like verbose, but Mon Mothma's like the cleanest. Like she's classy. She's a classy lady. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, that's right. So we misspelt Padme to pay. That's the joke. See, you guys got it. You guys got it. You're onto it. Oh, that's so fun. It's always hot when it's late. That's right. That's right. Mems, eh? All the memories. Padme Sweep, and then Leia, then Mon. Yeah, Leia. Yeah. Just so you're live and clicked on it, and I'm really enjoyed it and subscribed. I really like your laugh, by the way. My laugh. I know which one. How do I laugh? I don't know how I laugh. But thank you. Can't wait to watch you more. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it here. Enjoying the vibes. We're just cruising. I mean, the 330 people it is telling me they're in here, but I think it's only like 50, which is, I mean, more than what I thought. But thank you. I'm glad you are vibing here. It's a good time. It is a good time. Crosshair and Asajj could be a good couple. Yes. If I wasn't on the God, what is his name? Quinlan train. 100% those two would actually be amazing. I know. He's here in spirit because we're making all these jokes. Had to get a new keyboard. He called me, mentioned midget. Oh. Gee, what a phone call. What a phone call. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Oh, I love that. I love that, Eli. I'm glad you're popping in anyway. Not all our, not really. They're really about all these fantasies that we have. But I'm glad you've joined this one. Listen to Jason. But welcome. They're always fun. Thank you. Good. You guys promoted this really well. I don't even need to promote it. Please like us up if you want, or else or else Sin City will hunt you down. That's true. That is a fact, actually. That's happened. JS saying, Mandalorian without a mask. Just saying, it's true. That's why we need him without a mask more often. Anyway. Let's get the damn whiteboard out. Let's get the damn whiteboard out and figure out who's returning in this episode. Why am I muted? Did I really mute myself? God. Great to see him, Gaffy. Hope you have a good rest and we'll catch you real soon. Matt P. I don't know. If you peer pressure me hard enough, I probably will. But we'll see you later, Gaffy. Okay. We got to figure out who's the return. Who is it? Who is got a what? Or who or what is going to be the return? Let's put our bets on now. Let us put our bets on now. Tech. Oh, jeez. Imagine if it was tech. Okay, just throw them out. We're gonna make a massive list of all the things that could be returning tonight. Massive list. Here we go. I'm gonna start writing shit down. Jaja, step hilarious. Cody. Ventress. Tex. TP. Pretty much Sag, yeah. So what's pretty to how would we feel if it was members only? I don't know if is that mean to people? I don't know. Could do a members only watch party, honestly. Pabu and Fee. Yeah. Could see Fee. Oh yeah, Rex. Put Echo in the same one. That's interesting. That is interesting. Oh, Elvis going the evil route here. Mega returns to Tantus. Goodness. Tantus. Ahsoka? Someone saying it's more saying Ahsoka. Gee, that would be a surprise. A welcome one, but a surprise. Vader. Is it a return though? Because he hasn't even been in the show yet. That would be the arrival, I would feel. How am I out of breath? Why am I out of breath for standing up? Sid, I hope so. I hope she gets punched, if so. I like that. We all have the same agreements there. I don't know why I always start low. Because then I get... Can this go up any higher? No, can't. Rampart! Oh, man. Talk about a character I freaking forgot about. Rampart. Not Kyle. Thank you for reminding us, Jason. Hondo. Did I see Uncle Harlow there as well? 10 points. Krennic. Imagine if it's none of these guesses. Benny. Yeah, well, that's running with your theory. Benny. I think it's spelled with an I. I don't know, actually. Oh, Kanan. I was like, Caden? Who? Kanan? What? Oh, no, he's alive. Sorry. What am I thinking? Kanan. Sid. We got Sid right. You can barely see it. It's right at the bottom. I think the return would just be the spirit of brotherhood of the Bad Batch. Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's so sweet. The return of brotherhood and them like working together. You know what? Funny enough, Ben, we could be totally overshooting this, and that actually could be the answer. It's not a person or a place, but it's the return of the Bad Batch being together. Hera, I mean, we're near Ryloth. That could be one. Hera. That could be one. Gregor and Wolf. If they would be come under the Rex and Echo banner, to be honest. I like this Hera idea. Because we are the Bendu. I am the one in the middle. Okay then, Janice. What do you do in these parts? I am the Bendu the Force. There is a Force. There is only the start and the end in the beginning. I'm just making up quotes here now. Okay then, Janice. So good. It's so good, dude. Boba Fett! Boba Fett? Where? Boba Fett. Yeah, you could come back. Fennec Shand. Cad Bane. I'm gonna write those down, those bad boys down. Cad Bane? Bad Kane? How old am I? I'm 75. No, I'm not. I'm 24 years old. Am I? Yeah. Yeah. Turn 25. I'm so old! Yeah, I'm 24. AZ. I mean, I love AZ with all my heart, but if the big reveal of the return is AZ... That'd be hilarious. Moff Gideon. I mean, I'm not familiar with his like ranking process or like when he joined everything, the Empire, but I mean, he could be around. Like he's technically like a young man at this point. A wee bab. Oh, where's Kirsty? Oh, it's too late. That's why we're doing. That's where Kirsty is. She's probably asleep. Shout out Kirsty. If Kirsty, you rewatch this and you've gotten to this point, shout out to you. Thank you for... I mean, we'll not watch it because you're not here because you're probably asleep, but thank you for being in Scotland. I don't know. Kit Fisto Force Ghost. Why? Why would we do that? Let's have Kit Fisto. Okay, here we go. Kit Fisto and, who else was it? Oh, I forget his name. Stacey Tin. Is it Stacey Tin? That him and Kit Fisto that went to fight Palpatine? It'd be those two. Force Ghost. Let's do it. I know, Kirsty. I feel so bad. Yeah, I don't know his real name either. Pabu guy, Fat Mace. Pabu guy, yeah. That guy. Well, it could be that's a return. Pabu guy. He's actually got a cool name. I learned his name the other day. He's actually really cool. She's a classic. She's so fun, isn't she? Gunji. It's gotta be one of these. It's gotta be one of these. It's gotta be one of these. Alright, let's put the board down for a minute. Let me sit. Oh, God. Ugh. Classic. Chewbacca. So those are the things that could be returning. Let me return the whiteboard. Hang on. Woo! Yeah, Tekken Fee had a thing. That's like, I mean, that's another scene I would actually really love to see. I really shipped those two. I think they suited each other. They definitely suited each other. So I definitely think if we go back to Pabu, we have to have a scene with probably Hunter telling Fee about Tech, surely. Return to the Ray Cam? I mean, we're not right now doing something with the reaction cam, but we maybe. Fee's a good one. I like that, yeah. Do we put Fee on there? Oh yeah, Fee's on there. The return of the Ray Cam. Oh, that could be the return. That's what you're saying. 100%. Moochie? Oh my god. Moochie would be hilarious. If you know the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., look at the title of this final season. Tell Fennec Shand should be in that episode. I'm not a superhero kind of guy. Or gal, I should say. So I don't know what that means, really. Is that the movie? I'm guessing it's not a movie. Season, episode, show. I don't know. Baylor Hauser? Yeah, Hauser would be cool. Yeah. Come on, Robert. Use its full name when referring to reaction cam. Come on, Robert. Use its full name. Do you go by as Rob in like life or Bob? It's like Robert's your full name. Reaction cam is its full name. R2D2 and 3PO cameo. That'd be cool. I love it. Oh, right. Is she in... Who does she play? Is she a superhero? Who does she do? There you go. Never trust a Jedi with 4 arms. That's a good point. Write that down, kids. Write that down. Thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Sedge. This is good. I know. I'm kind of just, you know, I don't know, not giving up. That's not the word. I'm just loosey-goosey today. It's been a bit of a hectic few weeks. A few changes in life, but it's, thank you. I'm just living the dream. Living the dream. She's a SHIELD agent. What the hell does that mean? Is that a superhero or is that not a superhero? Is that like a cop? Is that like a super cop? Or is it like SHIELD? Oh, that sounds superhero-y. Is it like, is she magical? What happened? What does that mean? Fennec Shand is Agent May in Agent of SHIELD. There you go. May. Boom. More like a spy. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. There you go. There you go. So if she shows the show in... If this show ends in them going to a planet that's the end, or it ends with them getting out, I swear I'm going to cast this show off. I love that. I love that. Yeah, it's going to be very just... It's just going to be so interesting when we get to those final weeks. And it's just... It's going to be crazy. Getting old. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's going to be very interesting to see how those play out. How do they actually run that? How do they actually run that? I just realized there's a poll still up. Let's get the damn poll down. Hey, Palpy. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, peanut butter, 100%. Get those peanut butters in there. Milk, protein butter. Yeah, do it. So good. So good. All right, gang. Final thoughts. What do we think? What's going to happen? It's return of something. I'm trying not to get to... I mean, I love the list we made over here. But I'm trying not to get my hopes too high. I think it'll be in some sort of spirited way, a return of something. Who was it? Was it Ben that said brotherhood or like the camaraderie and like the group of them together? Like that's the return. It's the return of them being all together. Could be what this means, or it could be the return to Ryloth, or they return to, or again, Ord Mantell. I think it could be even returning to Ord Mantell. I don't know. I think there's going to be some sort of spirited return. I don't fully expect it actually to be a certain character, but I could be wrong. So, yeah, the return of hope, like that kind of vein of like, oh, it's this return of a feeling. Like it could be that, 100%. 100%. The return of what's left. What a way to put it, Sag. What a way to put it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Good one. But that's, they were like, they all there with like the goggles. I don't know. That could be kind of nice. That could be kind of nice. Should all the Bad Batch fall in love with Hunter or Crosshair fall in love going to enemies to love? What are you talking about? What? Darth Teddy coming and said, Hemlock said he has all the Empire's resources at his disposal. I think we'll see Boba Fett or even Darth Vader going out to find Omega, since she is now needed for the project they are doing. Yeah, I think it could be the reason we see a bunch of bounty hunters come into the fold. Vader, I think if they were going to show Vader at all in the show, it'll be in the final episodes of the show. But I do think it's a reason that they could start sending out a bunch of bounty hunters. Probably Boba Fett. I don't know. I don't know. This might be a bottle episode, just all of them on the ship working through things and ending with meeting Rex and Co, getting to Pabu to see the Empire. Yeah, I think, this episode placement is interesting because it's like we're not in the middle of an arc right now. We kind of need to start one, so it might be a bit more of a slower episode right now, honestly. To replace tech, they got a dog and half an effective crosshair back, so it's basically even exchange. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Super funny. Just thought Fee probably knows about tech already because Hunter and Wrecker have already returned to Pabu. Didn't they take the clones cadets there off screen? That's a great point. Maybe they've already seen her. They probably already told her. Yeah, in that case, if we do go back to Pabu and we do see Fee, I feel like there's got to be some sort of like how you doing, Fee? And she's like, I'm still in shock. Like, there'll be some kind of nod to it or something. 100%. Return of the Racer. You betcha. You betcha. Yeah, he's a little... He's just a baby. You guys know that TikTok sound? I can pay you in blocks. So good. Rex. Yeah, I think Rex, and if it's not this... If it is like a person that's returning, it's either got to be Cad Bane, the Cad Bane episode, or it's got to be the Rex episode. For sure. For sure. Oh... That'd be fun. I wish they could do that. They could have done it more with the Fee and Tech storyline a little bit. I don't know. Could Ventress return in a love interest arc? But the love interest of Quinlan was so good. But I don't know. The Crosshair. Who suggested Ventress and Crosshair earlier? That was good. I like that one. That's good. That is good. I love it. I love it. Based on the line that Rex says in the trailer, I believe that Omega will turn to Tantus, but that line could be out of context. Well, I do have to, like... I don't know the line you're talking about, but there is that thing of Crosshair being like, we can never go back. But Omega's like, but all the clones are there. So, in that one sentence, I'm like, okay, she's probably going to go back or do something to, like, fight the Empire to get them out. Maybe, like, mobile, like, she's not there. So I definitely think she's got her story might be to go back and get all the clones and release all the clones. I don't know, I can see that happening. And that'll tie in Rex and Echo pretty well, to be honest. Yeah, it could just be Crosshair has returned. The return has already happened last episode. That's a good point. Good point. You might not be wrong. Rex says not the Empire imprisoning the kid. Not with the Empire imprisoning the kid. Ooh, okay. Fascinating. And a trailer. So maybe it is that they get Omega again. Very interesting. I like... That's a good one. Very interesting point. Well, I guess we have to just wait and see. I guess we have to just wait and see, gang. I think tonight's episode might be a bit of a slower one. But I think it'll be just as enjoyable. And there is where we'll wrap up today's show. I love these shows. For some reason, they're just more unhinged. They get a little crazy. It says there's 346 people here, which was bizarre. Why did no one say anything when I was, like, thanking hundreds of people for being here? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But thank you so much for joining the discussion today. I cannot wait till tomorrow. I'm going to write tomorrow. Hang on. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Discussion happening tomorrow on the channel. It's going to be the earlier time of 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you know that. It's going to be a little earlier than today. Thank you. Yeah. Someone say something. I'm like, oh, thanks for hundreds of people being here. Hilarious. That is just so funny to me. I love that. Return Carl, please. Hopefully it's Carl. Hopefully it's Carl. That is even worse. Oh, that is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. Oh, that is worse. That is worse. They look good. They look good. I might get the Kenobi one. Probably not the Ender one, but I would definitely get the Kenobi one, to be honest. I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Should we? Do you guys stay awake? Are you guys up for it? I'm awake. You gonna be awake for a watch party? I don't know. Members only. I don't know. Yes. I love it when you guys answer as if we were, like, in an actual conversation and you were just like, yes. Or if I say something and you just, no. Nah. Like, what? Like, say more words, dude. I love it. No, I don't actually care. I stay wait till when the show launches at 2 a.m. Oh my god. I mean, not the same stream. I'm gonna end the stream right now, but we'll start a new stream, obviously. But we watch partying tonight, gang? I don't know. Should we? Watch party? You guys seemed to miss it last week. And to be honest, I kind of missed watching it with you guys. I kept kind of just saying things in the air to be like, what do you think of that? Oh. And then realize there was no one here watching it with me. So maybe 3 a.m. mindset. Yeah, there we go, Teary Eye. It's all about grind. It's all about on the hustle to watch Bad Batch. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Sag. That's a better answer than yes. Indeed, being there would be square for the Bad Batch episode some hours from now, especially if there's a members event. That's better. That is better. That's what I expect. Okay? It's so good. I know, there's a bunch of you that probably shouldn't. Yeah, don't stay up. It's like way too late for you guys. It's crazy. Crazy. I retired from 3-hour watch parties when my leg day is Wednesday at 6 a.m. Yeah, God, good God, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Gotta have that grind set. It's all about hustle, bro. Hustle. 4.5 hours from now? Yeah, it is exactly. The episode comes out exactly 4.5 hours from now. All right. I'll update you guys in the Discord. If there's anything else going to be happening. But thank you so much for a great show today. What a great discussion. These pre-shows are easily becoming my favorite streams. I think... Right? Okay, maybe... Yeah, I feel a little lost. You don't absolutes. I did, didn't I? Okay. All right. Let me get up to this show and organize a little something. I appreciate your discussion today. Loving these shows so far in the pre-shows. I'll whip up a watch party tonight for members, and then tomorrow make sure you are back for the discussion stream. It's gonna be good. We're gonna break everything down. Whiteboard will come back once again. Let me get the bloody Discord link getting in there. We're gonna have a discussion stream tomorrow. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited for this episode. Oh, also, before I forget as well, I am actually doing, as well as we're doing our discussion live shows, I'm doing reviews, proper just sit down video reviews of each episode. But I've because it's been insane, I've had to backlog the episodes. So my premiere review just came out a few days ago. Episode 4 review is about to come out. And then obviously episode 5, tonight's episode, will come out in the next few days as well. So catch up on those to make sure you're in the loop with where my mindset is at. As well as the discussion streams about the episodes is all for you guys to talk, tell me, and share your thoughts and predictions and feelings about everything. But the reviews are just little snapshots of just what I think of each episode. So make sure you catch up on those when they are dropping, and they will get into regularly scheduled into the week as we go forward. Thanks so much for joining along today. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the big super chats, especially from CG. I appreciate it. And to everyone who supered tonight, your generosity keeps me going here. Shout out to our masters, keeping this channel alive. I'll see you guys real soon. Have a great night. If I don't catch ya, enjoy the episode. My name is Hannah, and make sure you always choose the right side. Mon Martha? Who the hell is Mon Martha? Is that Mon Mothma's sister? Who's that? I gotta look up Mon Martha. Maybe she's hot too. I don't know. Mon Marsha. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, that is good. That is good.